Hey guys, what's up? It's Flame Otaku, and today we're going to be reviewing Volume 12 of One Piece. Basically, I'm going to do this by volume instead of by arc or chapter. And we're starting off with Volume 12 because it's the first volume in the Baroque Works arc, or saga, and it kind of ends the East Blue saga. So, it starts off with Buggy, White Chase Smoker, which is the marine captain of that island that they're on, and Alvida trying to capture Luffy and his crew. So basically, it's basically all of Luffy's crew, which for the characters. Another like a lower rank in the Marines there is Tashigi. She's a girl, and she kind of a swordsman that met up with Zoro before they even knew about each other, and she helped Zoro get some new swords from a shop there. So basically, that was in the last volume in 11. So basically, they're Buggy and Alvida trying to keep them from getting away. They kind of Zoro here fights Tashigi, the swordsman girl, and they basically just end up escaping because of a storm. And so yeah, they escape, and now they're trying to go to the Grand Line finally. And basically, they stumble first before they get there upon the Calm Belt, which is there's no like bad weather or anything there. That's how you know you're there. And basically, there's a whole bunch of sea monsters, and it kind of borders the Grand Line. It's like surrounds it on the outside. And Nami basically explains to them that the only way to get into the Grand Line, because of the Calm Belt, or both of them on the outsides, is through an entrance called Reverse Mountain on the Red Line. Basically, all the four seas converge on this one spot, and you have to go through there to try to get into the Grand Line. And basically, yeah, that's the only way. And so they head there. They kind of have some trouble getting there, but they get there in the end. And they cross over, like they go up the mountain and come back down. And the first thing they see is a giant big whale on the other side. And they end up getting swallowed by the whale, except for Luffy. And yeah, and inside the whale they meet someone called gosh, what's his name? Crocus, I think it is. And he's like an old man. He kind of looks like a flower, like they were saying in the volume. And basically, what he's doing is helping the whale because it's really badly hurt and it's upset and whatnot. Helping the whale with its problems, and in the end, Crocus tells the story of what the name of the whale is Laboon, and how the Laboon's the crew left him, and they said they were going to come back, but they ended up not coming back. So he bangs his head into the Grand Line a whole bunch, and he has all these scars on his head. And Crocus is just there to, oh gosh, sorry about that, to help him out and comfort him, I guess. Also, in with the conflict there, they meet Mrs. Wednesday and Mr. Nine. We don't really know who these people are until later in the volume, but they kind of try to kill the whale for food, apparently for their island or village. And Luffy and his crew ends up capturing them as they get out of the whale because Crocus lives in the middle of the whale. That he also ends up telling them that they need a log pose to travel from island to island to get to different places within the Grand Line, because the Grand Line has weird magnetic fields and stuff, which so other compasses won't work. And so basically they head off to the first island, and they find it has cactuses all over the place, and it's called Whiskey Peak. They meet the mayor of the island, Igarapi, really weird name, Igarapi or something like that. And the place is called Whiskey Peak, and so basically they just get drunk. Luffy eats a whole bunch of food and kind of gets fat. Well, not forever, just this volume. And he kind of really can't do anything. and Zoro's just hanging out outside and stuff, and he ends up getting jumped by a whole bunch of people calling themselves the Baroque Works, which is the name of the saga, and he runs into Mrs. Monday, which is like this big girl, and he fights the whole Baroque Works like crew and stuff. He ends up kind of defeating them really easily, kind of messing around, and Igarapi, the mayor, ends up actually being Mr. 8 instead of the mayor, and basically they fooled Luffy and his crew into thinking this was a really nice island and welcoming them. So basically Zoro ends up kicking all their butts, and yeah, that's basically where the volume ends. Let me see here. Yeah, see, Zoro is just kind of beating them up, and it ends up in the middle of the fight. Ow. So basically, hold on a sec. That's basically volume 12. It was a really good volume, actually. It covers a whole lot. It took me a few days to read, because, I don't know, it just ended a lot of arcs and started a lot of new things. I really like the concept of having the fancy swords and stuff. When Zoro went to that shop in that village before they went into the Grand Line, kind of opens a whole new world of like swords to collect and stuff, and different powers of swords and whatnot. So basically, I wrote some notes here to look off. Probably can't see that, but yeah, it was a good volume and all. So basically, that's really is kind of it. I guess some more information on the characters. White Chase Smoker, the Marine captain of the island before they went to the Grand Line, has a gum power where he can like wrap people with his smoke and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. He can attack with smoke. He's got 2 cigars in his mouth. Alvida comes back. She's the same person from the first volume with Kobe, and she comes back really beautiful and stuff, because apparently she's eaten another gum power, or gum fruit, which turns her beautiful, obviously. Buggy comes back, and he is actually joined up with Alvida. I kind of should have explained this before, but I guess that's just a little bit more information on that. And that's pretty much it for volume 12. I should be getting volume 16 pretty soon, because at the moment I'm reading 15, and the arc kind of ended in the middle of it, so I didn't finish it. I should be doing an unboxing on that, so look forward to that. And yeah, volume 12 there. So pretty soon I'll be doing volume 13, which is right here. And if that's already out, you should click on that and watch it next, I guess. Subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Alright guys, see you next time.